Beautiful day in South Louisiana. I think it's time to work on some more passive income projects. What y'all think? Make sure I record this in 4K just so everybody can see how gorgeous it is out here as I'm getting rained on. So we're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Interstate 10, I-10 right here behind me. I got Mauve, Louisiana right here. So y'all wouldn't believe how hard it is to, I don't know how weather people do this. And I got I'm back on top of my building. This was for my other projects that we don't talk about no more because somebody might get mad and file a copyright complaint on me again. Then it was Wingbits. But with Wingbits, I've told y'all that you don't have to worry about having more miners or anything like that because I am on another building several miles, I think, that way, which is taller than this building. And I'm capturing the whole Baton Rouge hex with that one building. So I can repurpose this one for, right now, putting it back on Helium. Because I'm going to be doing a video in a little while, shortly, next couple of days, about Demo. And Demo's using the Helium network. Hey, we were all bailing off of Helium. I'm going to tell you right now, for the record, I still don't like the way they're compensating IoT miners. And the fact that there's only 200-something thousand IoT miners and your rewards are still horrible. When we weren't getting those horrible type of rewards 2 years ago when there was 200,000 miners, there's an issue with that. But I won't go on that because I'm getting rained on and stuff like that. But so for right now, this will be a Helium miner. So if anybody has any Helium stuff in this whole area right here, my hotspot that is on top of this building right here, you can't see the antenna, but that hotspot should get those data credits. This was, when I had the 20 plus, almost 30 miners on Helium, this was my #1 hotspot. It captured a lot of witnesses. This did better than my 2 stations in downtown New Orleans. And this did better than my other station up the road for some reason. So rain's starting to come down pretty good, but you can see how passionate I am about some of this stuff. So we will be doing a demo video soon. I'm doing some homework on that. I don't want to do any video if I don't know enough about it. Hive Mapper, I got a camera coming to me for Hive Mapper, and we're looking at some other ones, and I still cannot wait to get my device back from the BitHarvest guys so I can put all those projects into one device. So we took our Wingbits Pi out, and then we're putting our Helium one back in. I just simply put the JSON file back and put this back to where it was. This is where it came from before. And now we can put this back either on Helium, or if we want to put it as another Wingbit station somewhere else, we got that option too. Yep, and one thing we had to, which I thought was kind of ironic, is we had to make sure that we swapped our antenna out, or our lead out, to make sure that, of course, this doesn't want to focus on it, but we had to make sure that we swap this out. Yep, so this morning while we were in the rain, we took our 1090 antenna down and we put the King of Kings back up. This is my 1090, this is my 915 Helium miner. And yes, it's definitely grounded. They got an awesome grounding system up here for all the RF stuff. They got some other WISP type stuff up here and also, but this is gonna be doing great. Then we got our King, the Laird 915 megahertz antenna at a 1.13 at 915 and a 1.1 to 1 SWR at 914. That Laird is the King of Kings. And I'll tell you what, I'm sure I'm glad I brought this raincoat, you know, to keep my bag from getting wet. That was another one of my Einstein decisions I had right there. Make sure you bring a raincoat. I brought a raincoat. I guess I should have wore it with all this rain going. All right, so now that we're back in the car and it's a little drier inside the car, not outside the car. Hope all this comes out all right. I guess if I'm gonna start doing these kind of videos, I need to invest in better equipment, better holders and stuff like that. But one thing I wanted to bring up was just the current market and just what my 2 cents are. That's not even worried about, you know, worth that. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. But you know, we had a very, very good week in a lot of crypto projects. You You know, we saw Bonk come out of nowhere. We were watching it at work, and at one point it was up over 1,000% in like 30 days or something like that, or you know, whatever. And nobody saw that coming. Anybody says they saw that coming, they lie. But I will be taking profits, guys. The HODL Diamond Ham thing, I just wouldn't be doing that right now. I keep warning everybody that at some point this is all going to correct. One piece of news that comes out of Washington, D.C., we know that this president is not a fan of crypto. We know the SEC right now is not a fan of crypto. We've heard many times how Coinbase keeps asking for clarity, and SEC refuses to give that. And they're asking for definitions, and SEC keeps saying we'll get back to you, and then turn around and the SEC sues them, even though Coinbase didn't have any of the definitions and stuff that were given to them. Any type of news or anything that comes out like that could be serious enough that, you know, it could start a big correction in some of this crypto stuff. So me, I know it pains people to take profits. I don't like to take profits either, because you want to keep seeing that coin go up and up, but you have to take profits at some point for those realized profits. Take them, put them on the side, put them on as, you know, as a stable coin. You don't have to take them all the way out of the wallet if you don't want to, but you put them on the side, and when this dip does happen, this correction does happen, now you got that extra cheddar, as we call it, and you can sit there and buy some of these cryptos you like. You can take some chances with some new projects. That's what I like to do is I was able to take chances in some of these new projects because I took profits and I ROI'd in some of these other things. You know, I like Wendy O. If y'all don't, you know, everybody here should know who Wendy O is on YouTube, but she always talks about a moon bag. You know, if you put, I'm just going to use for simple terms, if you put $100 into a project and that project really goes up, you turn around and you take that initial $100 out of that project, keep the rest in there, now you have a moon bag. Whatever happens to that project after that is, as we say down here, lagniappe. So you're not as vested into it because you have your original investment back. So some of these coins right now, Solana, you know, Bonk, some of these coins are really high up there. Avalanche, some of these projects on Avalanche, that price action is really high right now. You need to sip some of that profits back out, because I just really see at some point some correction coming. Now, when is that coming? I don't know. I haven't really looked at charts. I haven't been watching many other YouTube videos. In the past, we've always seen this surge of Christmas money, as they say, and you know, people get Christmas money, they're putting it into crypto. But also at the end of the year, sometimes we see some sales because people are trying to tax loss harvest, or whatever it's called. So just be careful. I keep telling y'all that the Bitcoin halving is not until next March or April. And if you look at every Bitcoin halving we have had in the past, that Bitcoin halving was a huge drop right before, huge correction right before that happened. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that's gonna be January, February, December, March, April. You know, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be, you know, what amount or anything. Just know it has happened. You'll be a lot happier if you took some profits out and had that on the side, because when that big drop does happen, if it happens, you'll be happy you had that, because then you can buy into a lot of these cryptos. I like to watch Alex Becker. He's, you know, a little funny with some things. He's a little over the top with some other things. But he is really concentrating in meta coins. I was getting into meta coins at the end. I own a good amount of Gala, a good amount of Sand, and, you know, a couple of other ones. And I'm following him to see kind of where he is with stuff. But he also has said that he has enough of some of his main coins. I had a friend who called me last night, and I hate giving financial advice to friends, but, you know, I had a guy at work who came in, sold some stocks when it started going down. He had about 10 grand on the side, and I gave him 7 to 8 cryptos on what to play with, and they're all up right now. We timed it right. If you buy into a bunch of stuff right now and next month it drops, like I keep thinking is going to happen, you can be very upset with me if you bought some of the things I said. You know, I still like to play right now with some of these established projects. Yes, you won't get 100 ROI, 100x, and all this stuff like that. But when you look at where Atom was at, you know, $40 or $50, and where Atom is now, yeah, it was great when I was buying it at $7 and $8, and right now I think it's $11 or $12. But even if it's at $12 right now, if it goes to 40, you know, you're still going to 3 or 4 extra money. And then you look at Cardano, and Nick keeps saying Cardano will easily get back to its all-time high of $3. And you got some people out there, again, not financial advice, saying they could go to $10. So you buying Cardano right now at the price it's at, you know, it's 80% down from its all-time high. There's a lot of these layer 1 projects that are still down a lot. Ethereum, you know, going back to my friend who called me last night, he has somebody who has $5 grand who wants to put in, and I'm gonna tell you, I would still split, you know, 50 to 60% of that into your gold and silver, which is, you know, to me, that is your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. Bitcoin, you know, even if it gets to 100 grand like people are talking about, you're barely 2xing your money, but it's still the safest bet. So I'm putting into that, if I was him, you know, I'm putting at least 2,500 to 3 grand into Bitcoin and Ethereum just for the safer bet, because this is a friend who I want to make them the safest bet. After that, I'm splitting a good amount into Cardano, into Atom, just because I like Atom's percentage. It's still getting like a 15 or 16% staking on Exodus. You're not going to get that from any other bank. So you look at it as with Atom, is you're making that Atom up. You're making Atom with the staking percentage, in addition to it going back to possibly back to its all-time high. I think this bull market is going to be great, because in the last bull market, you didn't see a lot of this retail investment come in until after this bull market has started and people were hearing about it. But now people are waiting for this bull market to come. And I think this bull market is going to be huge. That's coming up, again, depending on who's in the White House, depending on how the government plays along. That's what you need to worry about also. But going back to what I was saying is, you know, you buy into something like Atom, and you're making all that staking rewards on top of it, going from $11 or $12 is that right now to $40. That's a pretty darn good investment. You know, I mentioned to him Solana. Everybody attacked me over and over in a lot of these groups when I sat there and said Solana's not dead. Look at the projects. I don't care if it's tied up with FTX at all. I'm not worried about it. And I was buying Solana at $7 and $8, and people made fun of me. And you look at just where it is now. What is it, like $60 right now, $70, $80 or something like that? And I could see it getting back to $200 or whatever it was easily. And if it keeps this momentum going up, and it keeps having these projects come along, and those projects are doing well, why wouldn't you get into Solana? AVAX, Avalanche is another one that you had people out there just knocking it, and it's been on fire. We talked last week about George talking about one of their meme coins. I think it was Husky or something like that. Hasn't really done much since they talked about it, but I'm telling you right now, well, not financial advice, but when Husky gets listed, I am buying some Husky. I'm not buying a lot of it. I just want to be in on the game. If AVAX and Avalanche and that chain keeps going and keeps building up, and people are using it and it's going up, the meme coin that's attached to it is going to go up also. You know, we sat here and looked at Doge and looked at Sheev, and now you have Bonk doing it. So, and Pepe and all these other meme coins and stuff. So if Avalanche chain starts going up a lot, why wouldn't its meme coin go up a lot? Again, I'm not going to break the bank. I'm not getting loans. I'm not playing with money that if I lose it all tomorrow, I'm jumping off of a building or anything like that. You only play with the money that you can afford to lose. How am I going to do that? Is I'm taking profits. I have crypto that's up, and I'm sipping just a little bit of profits. And hopefully, one of the previous projects that a lot of y'all know me for, that I'm no longer involved in, they keep saying it's going to get listed, going to get listed, going to get listed. I'm hoping at some point it does get listed. I'm not cashing all of my coins out with that project, but yes, I'd like to take a little bit of cheddar out to get my ROI back, and just to turn around and dump that into some of these other projects that I want to play with. So I'm gonna do a video on some of the meta coins I like. But so I mentioned, so what we talked about? We talked about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Atom, Solana, AVAX. You know, that's some of the coins I like right now that that I suggested that they get into. But again, different. I wouldn't split it evenly within those 6 ways or whatever, how many coins that was. I would do percentages a little bit different and stuff like that. But you know, again, I wouldn't hodl that either. The diamond hands thing to me works out sometimes, but you know, going back to Wendy O, she did a video yesterday and she discussed how the diamond hands, you lose more in the long run than the couple of times it pays off. I've told y'all many times that I diamond handed in the at the end of the last bull run into the bear market, and it was quite depressing watching my Exodus balance every time I opened it up go down and down and down. And then one of the commas even moved over, and that was really depressing. And I'm not going through that again. I'm going to learn to take profits. Now, what I told a guy at work is, the problem is when you take profits, I'm not disciplined enough to put that on the side and just hold it forever. At some point, I'm going to see some stupid coin I want to get involved in, and I put it into that. But, you know, at least I know I took profits on some of those coins. But, you know, we got a big weekend ahead of us here where I'm at, and I got people making fun of me online about putting Helium miners back online. Guys, gals, listen. Y'all know me, I'm a straight shooter, and I'll be on here straight shooting. If y'all have never been wrong in y'all life, then thank the good Lord that he's blessed y'all with the eye to be able to see the future. When we all left Helium, Helium was in the dumps. And I'll still say this today. The Helium IoT is in the dumps. That side of this project. They have screwed the people who have built that project up. I was in DeFli when they had 10,000, 12,000 miners online. So yeah, I was getting a pretty decent rewards. And watch this go up to 900+ miners. We're back down to, I think, 250,000 and might be 300,000 miners online. We're not getting the rewards right now like comparison of what it was when we were going up passing 200, 300,000 miners. And that's my #1 problem right now with Helium. You know, they concentrate on the 5G side. However, the 5G side is what has lifted this project up, that we're seeing a surge. And listen, that's another one. If anybody right here says they saw Helium that was $1.50 back in November around Thanksgiving, and I think last night it hit $9. If anybody saw that coming, you lie. You lie, you lie. What am I doing? I'm gonna tell y'all. I took some H&T out. A lot of y'all know, I've said before, that from the hurricanes down here, my house insurance went from $2,500 a year to $6,000 a year. Then I just got a notice it's going up another $1,500. So I'm paying $7,500 a year in house insurance. That means my house note went up about $600 a month. Times got tight. So I can sit there and lie to you and tell you I didn't take a little bit of H&T out, but I still have. I'm thinking about 400 to 500 H&T left somewhere. I have over 1 million IoT, and I even transferred some of that IoT into mobile just to get in on that game. But I'm not selling my H&T right now. Talking to some of these guys in Discord, one guy, and I wish I could give him credit because I forget who it was. He brought up a great point that when people realize what some of these miners are making on the 5G side and what that coin's making, you know, these YouTubers are gonna start talking about it. That's more adoption, that's more volume. People are gonna start trading and going for it. And what's gonna happen is that's gonna drive that price up. And I couldn't understand really why H&T would be going up when mobile and IoT's going up, because H&T is not being made anymore. But I guess with it all being attached and people can transfer that mobile or that IoT into H&T, you know, I guess it's all getting pulled up. So I love the fact that we got this kind of momentum going on with Helium before the bull market really starts, because it's almost like you're getting a head start. I didn't actually put the dates and times. I don't want to lie to nobody, but I know when we first got involved in Helium, that coin was only $1 or $2, maybe $3, I don't know. And that was before the last bull market started. You know, when the bull market started, it was still that low, and it still got pulled up to that $40, $50 level, whatever HNT hit its all-time high. I look at it as is, if we can just maintain this momentum, yes, I think Helium's going to correct. And hey, does it go up to $10, $12? Hey, I hope it does. I hope it goes back to 20. But my point I'm trying to make is, at the beginning of this bull market, if Helium is already at $10, $12, I've said this many times before, even the crap coins, no-name coins, coins that have the projects have failed and there's no team that exists no more. In a bull market, you see even those coins go up. They might not go up a lot, but they go up. A coin like Helium that still has a project behind it, several projects behind it, that still has people working on it. You let Helium go into this bull market at a $10 or $12, $15 range maybe. To me, getting our financial advice, and I don't know nothing, but to me, that's just gonna, it's almost like it's already, it's like it's in the sprint in the race, and it's already got a head start ahead of all the other racers. So that's what I hope. That's why I'm holding on to my HNT. Now, my biggest question is, and y'all, if y'all are into Helium or IoT, leave a message in the comments for me. Would you hold on to your 1 million IoT? Because that is going to go up, and right now it's at point, you know, 0.000 whatever. And when you think about it, to 2x that value, you just got to go up 0.0004 if it's at 0.002 now. Where HNT, that's at $10 right now, for me to double any value, it's got to get to $20. But does HNT go up faster? Because HNT is tied to both IoT and mobile. So if either one of those goes up, HNT should go up, in theory, right? You know, I don't know. Like I said, I am eating the crow. People are making fun of me, but I don't care. In the end, it's me and my checkbook and my family. And what somebody on Discord thinks about me, or Facebook, and wants to make fun of me because, oh, what happened to that other project? Oh, you're going running back to Helium. I'm not running back to Helium. What it is with Wingbits, I don't need 20 plus devices anymore. I'm covering sky hexes because of my setups. One miner now in Baton Rouge is covering a 30 or 40 mile area that I don't need to put another miner. Where that other project, or Helium, you're getting paid basically per miner. I don't need that. Same thing with where I work at. I have one good setup of Wingbits. I don't need to go put one in each little hex around there like I did with the previous project or with Helium. I got one at my house. I live between Baton Rouge and where I work. I got a 40-foot ham tower behind my house. I got a 1090 antenna on top of that. That is covering basically everything in between that. I don't need to go and still stick one at my parents' house down the road a little bit like I did with the previous project or Helium. So my point is, now I've reduced myself from 20 plus other project miners or Helium miners. I reduced that down to maybe 6 Wingbits between here and the Mississippi state line. Now, why would I leave those miners back sitting idle? I can put them back on Helium, which some have been very easy, I will say that. Some have not been so easy because I didn't save the JSON file like an idiot, which I told y'all to do, and then I didn't do it on all of them. So it's not been easy, I will say that, on some of them. But the ones I can easily put back, that's what we're doing in Baton Rouge today. I happen to be able to get the one back that went on top of this building, put down back online. Why wouldn't I? Just so I can save face with people on the internet? Well, y'all know me, you know, if it's legal, I'll do anything for money, to a point. Why wouldn't I put my stuff back on Helium? Now, one of my synchro bits, for some reason, it will not go back online. It says it's a waiting location. I had 2 synchro bits that I converted. I converted both of them back the same exact way with the same original equipment inside of it. And for some reason, one went back to its original name, showed up at its right location. I went back and installed that one. The second one still says awaiting location. It doesn't have the Helium name anymore. I don't know what's going on with it. Again, set back up the same exact way. Now, the question comes in, is it worth paying a reassertion fee? And is it worth moving and stuff like that? I just don't think so with how many IoT you're getting right now. Y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think. So I appreciate y'all. If anybody has stayed with me on this long ride home, I think this video is probably gonna be 25-30 minutes, maybe. But I want to tell everybody, for those who have subscribed to the channel, thank y'all for subscribing. I think I'm up to 500 plus subscribers, which I cannot believe that's grown overnight. And it seems every day I'm getting more and more, which I'm trying to produce a little video every day just to kind of keep everybody occupied. To be honest with everybody, I don't know what the future of the channel is going to be, because as I'm trying to grow the channel and taking hits from other people, I'm finding that my original idea for this channel was to show what we do here in South Louisiana, how we live in South Louisiana with the cooking and with the hunting and fishing. And we got another hunting trip coming up next week. And I still haven't finished my video before, but if I want to keep this somewhat crypto and passive income related, I have to kind of keep on topic of that because of the algorithm. If I continue to put cooking videos and hunting videos up like I had in mind for this channel, that actually hurts the algorithm, and my channel won't be shared for some reason. And I'm definitely not in the mood to go start a second channel for South Louisiana stuff. So part of me wants to say I'm gonna stick with the original idea and just keep putting videos up, and whatever happens happens. But again, I might lean on some of y'all. My first cooking video, I will say, did outstanding. At one point it had more views than any other video I've ever done, and some people reacted to it and commented on it. And then my second video, which a lot of people asked for a gumbo video, and I finally did a gumbo video, the views have been very few on that one. No comments really on it. I was a little disappointed, but it is what it is. I can tell you that my family never eats leftovers at all. My wife and my kids are very picky about leftovers, and we ate on that for 3 days. And I brought some to work, and everybody at the office said how great it smelled and everything like that. So I wasn't 100% happy with the way it came out, but that's cooking. I changed it up a little bit, and I guess I shouldn't have did that for the video, but I wanted to change up a couple of things, and I know now you got a mental note to go back to the original way of doing some of those things. Last night we did a smothered sausage in gravy, onion gravy, with rice and corn, and my family tore it apart, and I might do a video on that just to show y'all how we do that. I don't know. Still building up my computer build with Christmas and having to buy stuff for the family and the kids and godchildren and everything else I got going on. That's kind of taken, you know, I cannot believe what it costs nowadays to build a computer, but that is what it is. I got I showed y'all the other day what I got already. I don't know what I'm purchasing next for. We gotta start converting that room. Hope to start doing some live videos in the evening time. And I've also, if y'all haven't noticed, I also started streaming Call of Duty, us playing Call of Duty in the evening, just to show you that old people can still play Call of Duty and win a few matches. I think we came first place into a match last night. And so I'm trying to broaden everything out a little bit and all that. So I'm almost home now. Again, if you stayed with this video this whole time, I appreciate it. I would send y'all some of that token that I was giving out before, but the way it's looking right now, I don't think it's ever getting listed. And the way they're blacklisting all these, supposedly the top 25 wallets have been blacklisted, and that shows you how that project is treating their people. I'm not gonna get into that. So y'all have a great weekend. It's raining right now. It's supposed to clear up. Tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful. Christmas later this week. Make sure you take time to spend it with your family. thank God for everything that he gave you and provided for y'all, and also the ability to provide for yourself. That's the big thing. So a lot of y'all don't have loved ones with y'all any longer. They moved on to a better place. Some of y'all, a lot of y'all still have those family members. I'm blessed that I still have both my parents, and I choke up right now thinking of a day when I won't be able to spend the holidays with them. To my friends and family out there that don't have that, I'm sorry, and know that they're looking over you and stuff like that. But for those people who still have their family with them and their friends, y'all take the time these holidays, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, or whatever holiday it is that you believe in, y'all take the time to thank whoever it is that you want to thank for the time that you have here on this earth and for everything that they've given you. So I'll make sure to do that. One last thing is, South Louisiana, especially in this area I live in, is known for its bonfires along the river. Lights the way for Santa Claus. It's a Cajun tradition. I will be doing a video on that later this week, and I think a lot of y'all are going to get a kick out of that. For those who have stayed in this video this long, I know I've said that 4 times already. So thank y'all, and I'll have another video later tonight or tomorrow. Thank y'all. Have a good one.